All right, folks, welcome to a brand new episode of the Back and Now podcast. Casey, I'm gonna let you do the intro because my voice sounds like trash.
Man, you've been chain smoking or something, huh? What's up? This is a fusion of hip hop, video games, and comic books, movies, all nerd culture, all rolled up into one spectacular show. Join me, K to the C, and Akil as we discuss nerd culture while sprinkling in our Trinidadian Canadian swag. We got a guest. What's up? We got a guest.
Hi.
What's going
Second time
on?
the show. Hi.
How you doing?
Nothing much. I'm doing great. I went to see Thor like literally the day it came out. Like I got the good cheap tickets too. It was like
Okay.
matinee prices. I was like,
Nice.
yes.
That's what's up.
And I'm really excited to talk about it with you guys. My first time talking about it with anybody, pretty much. So I'm ready to go.
Nice. So, what time did you go see it at?
I saw it as soon as the theater opened by me. So the first movie theater, the first showing was at 3:00.
3. Yeah,
so
I saw it at 4.
right there at 3.
Yep.
I was
How
there.
packed was your theater?
Very much packed, very much packed. And I was
Wow.
a little upset because, I do often sneak in my food in the theater, but I went specifically to AMC theater because I heard that they had the Mjolnir popcorn containers. Like you'll get like the Mjolnir hammer and they'll put the popcorn inside the Mjolnir hammer.
Oh,
But they
that's
didn't
dope.
have it there. They didn't have it. I was so
Oh.
upset. AMC, what's going on here?
Yeah, I went to a VIP theater that's right by me, but everything is so like small. It's disappointingly like regular. I wanted that ignorant size popcorn, the toys,
Mhm.
I don't know. These places got to step up their snacks. Like, I don't know, the
It's not as
candies. And
good, yeah.
stuff. No, like I like pistachios, and you know what I mean. Like, give me
Mhm.
some good snacks. So, like, I don't
You
know.
gotta go to iPicks. iPicks, where they feed you a whole dinner.
Yeah, I used to go to like the Walmart and just grab the candies I like and just sneak it into my jacket and then go in and be like, okay, now we going. Akil, how you feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm surviving.
Mighty quiet right now.
I'm over here surviving. Yeah, well, my voice is in and out, but I'm so dedicated. I'm still here. That's how
All right.
dedicated I am
I
as a
messed with
person.
that.
But yeah, my experience was ignorant niggas.
Hey.
Big old bucket of popcorn.
Nice. That's what I wanted. Some of that.
People trying to, we have assigned seats at our theater.
Yeah.
So we have
Mhm.
a couple people like sitting in other people's seats.
Oh, nah.
What you mean?
What you mean? Mine says F2.
C4.
Right, let me see your ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, my theater was empty. Had like less than 15 people in there. I was surprised.
What?
Yeah.
And you
It
went
was on
at
the
4:00?
Yeah.
On the third, okay.
4:55, yeah. 4:45. That's the exact time it started.
Now,
But it
what's
was-
going on with the Canada internet right now? What's going on with
Oh
that?
man, that was a mess. That was World War III. That was Schindler's List. So our telecommunications, we have 3 top brands, and one of the 3 died. And the one that died was like the majority of the people of the country use that for
Oh.
Interact, 911, cell phones,
911.
internet, credit cards, you name it. So like I didn't even know what happened. I thought it was personally our internet at my condo. And I'm like, babe, we gotta go see what's going on. Let's go to Rogers. Then I go in the car, turn the radio on for a quick second. They're like, breaking news, the internet's still out. I'm like, what the hell? All right, we paid our bill. All right, we're good.
Dang.
And then we were just driving. People were walking. They're like, what the hell is going on? Like people were just going crazy. They were like cash only on the doors.
Whoa,
Man.
that was World War
Pandemonium.
Z.
Yeah, I was like,
Right.
what the hell is going on?
What was
I was
the
like,
reason? Like, was it a hack?
That's what we all think it is, but they didn't give us an official reasoning to what it was.
I
But
did
everybody
it.
had their things.
It was
People were
me.
hanging off things. You did it? You want to put that on
Yeah,
your
man.
Facebook?
Oh Lord, here we
This is my
go.
revenge on Canada.
Okay, you can have it. You can have
They're
that.
kicking you out.
Girls were pissed they couldn't get into Taylor Swift concert or the Weekend concert. They're like, fuck Rogers, with signs and shit.
Wow.
Pandemonium.
Dang.
Honestly.
I saw that man hanging from that crane.
Oh, I saw that video on your guys'
I
Instagram.
think that was for a movie or something, man. That was some
that's really
wildness. I don't know, man.
His
I
wife,
don't
his
know
wife
about
must have
him.
saw his phone. He's like, "Fuck it."
That was Will Smith making another season for his show, just doing
Which-
crazy shit.
No, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
one. His midlife crisis one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Casey, you want to get into the ranking of Phase 4 or?
Yeah, I saw on Instagram, IGN posted something where they said like this is the middle of the Phase 4 of Marvel's MCU, and they showed like all the movies that came out, and I thought it'd be fun for us to kind of put them in an order of what we thought it should be in worst to best.
All right.
So
Eternals bottom.
Eternals is the bottom, biatch.
Yeah, I think that's universally the bottom.
I put Eternals at the bottom. I put Black Widow second last.
Yep.
I put, this might be like you guys might not agree, but I put Thor: Love and Thunder after that.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then after that, I got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Okay. And then Shang-Chi, The Legends. And then I put Spider-Man as the top one that we got. Shang-Chi was pretty good, but Spider-Man and Shang-Chi, I got to rewatch them again to see which one I really like better.
Let's be honest, Spider-Man didn't really have a good plot, but the cameos and the nostalgia built up.
Thank you.
Made up for that.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. But Shang-Chi, I don't know. The fight scenes, the 3D looked great. The characters, chemistry, all that was great. The introduction felt great. It didn't feel, even though we've seen 30 movies already that are introducing an origin story, this one still didn't feel like boring. It felt fresh still. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's my order.
Phase 4 as a whole has just been mid.
It has been mid, unfortunately.
Very much so.
But the thing is, controversial statement here. Phase 1 wasn't really that good if you look at it. Iron Man was really dope. Yeah. Iron Man 2 wasn't that good. Thor, the first Thor movie wasn't that good. The first Captain America movie, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really well received until the Russo brothers took over that character. So we're kind of in Phase 1 all over again, where they're trying to reestablish a new team of Avengers. But what Phase 1 had going for it was we had this threat of Thanos or something out there that they kept, like leaning towards, and it was like a centralized threat. And they don't have a centralized threat with Phase 4 right now. Everybody's kind of just doing their own thing. Like the Celestials have like a whole being like sticking out of Earth. Nobody talking about that shit. Hawkeye and Spider-Man, they're all in New York, but they're not interacting with one another. Yeah, it doesn't feel connected. It feels disjointed, and everybody's just kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, I'm a
for me.
Go ahead.
For me, right? I'm not a fan of Phase 4. I had to pull up the names, make sure I got everybody on the list, right? But for me, worst to best, one of my worst, Eternals. Like I said, it's universally the worst.
Yeah.
After that, I personally am going to put Shang-Chi. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
Asian 8.
No. He's definitely a daddy. Shang-Chi, he was looking good. The casting was.
You stay off Canal Street.
But no, it was only because like the monsters fight at the end. It just felt like a little disjointed. I wish it would have just been maybe a fight between him and his dad. And so we can kind of get a little bit more of that, but it became like this big like monster showdown at the end, and I'm like just like what the. But Godzilla. So that's gonna be Eternals, Shang-Chi, then controversial Spider-Man.
Wow, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Take out the cameos, and it's a trash movie. After Spider-Man, I'm putting Black Widow. I really enjoyed Black Widow. Personally.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Just came out bad timing.
Yeah, I think it's just, a little anti-woman hate. That's what it is that most of the fans are giving. Because it's like, what was the point of not liking the movie? There was really, and I didn't see any like legitimate criticisms besides people saying, "Oh, it's too politically charged," or "It's too woke," and "Me Too," and yada yada.
I felt like it was a little too late. Like it should have happened in Phase 1, and they wanted me to care about a character that died already. I like what she did for the Black Widows, but I felt structurally in the MCU this should have came out before Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
I agree, but I don't think that necessarily makes it a bad movie. It's like just the lineup probably should have been changed. Like
it could have just came out free on Disney Plus for me.
Dang,
for free. If it was a free movie, it would have been higher. I was like, whoa, that's dope. But what they did with Taskmaster, making Taskmaster this Terminator with no voice, that was just, I don't know. I feel like they fumbled Taskmaster.
Yeah, maybe I ranked that a little too low. You're right.
Okay. Well, after Black Widow, we got Doctor Strange. The plot holes in it were just a little bit too much for me, even though visually it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that as second best, and best for me is Thor. I really enjoyed this one, guys.
Wow. Yeah, Doctor Strange, I enjoyed it a lot more watching it on the TV here at home. Like, I was like, this is actually a really enjoyable movie. It's just so much to take in when I was watching it in theaters. It was kind of overwhelming for me. But
the plot holes, man, the plot holes.
Yeah, plot holes were heavy, though. The plot holes are heavy. Those are pop a tire for sure. Can't just drive over.
I was gone when I watched that movie. I was there with them. But watching it again at home, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but I noticed the plot holes and Wanda. I don't know, man. She was wilding when I watched it the second time. I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, character assassination. We didn't get the build up we needed to this evil Wanda. I felt like it was just
0 to 100. She's just like, I'm gonna kill everybody, and my own. Like, I felt like she would have just felt like happy that there's a version of her out there with kids that she could look at. I feel like that would have brought her peace. Where the hell's White Vision?
Thank you.
Where's White Vision?
Where did he go? He in the Bahamas somewhere, living the life, because he definitely
why didn't they just let her try? Like, if she said, I figured out a way to get my kids that aren't real into the universe for real, like, the other Wanda wouldn't have known how to get the kid out of the red thing that she created. This Wanda figured out how to get them out. Why didn't they just let her try that? Well, what was the big issue to not let her try?
Wanda needed a sperm donor, bro.
Again? Why did she create she magic these kids in the show? Why couldn't she just magic them into existence again?
That's true too. But it's like, why didn't they just let her take those kids and be done with this?
But yeah, so that's definitely not. It's the plot holes for me.
Yeah, no, exactly.
She needed some sperm.
She just like, we don't want you to be happy. You're an angry lady. It's like,
right,
what?
evil woman. Woman.
She made a good point when you actually listen to her.
Yes.
She
like,
was
magic I just pulled off here. But now I get you. Yeah.
Did I do my list yet?
No.
Not yet. Go ahead.
Oh shit, let me do my list. All right, so Eternals is trash. Y'all know how I feel about that. That's a movie about a white man being upset that he didn't get the job promotion he wanted. And he started wilding out on people. He's like, oh, you get the job? I'm gonna kill. How you gonna kill Salma Hayek? You monster. I was done when he did that. I was like, you terrible. And I was mad at the black guy for not doing anything in history. You black, you see the people suffering. You ain't cried. At where is it? Hiroshima, he cried out.
Yes.
But all the damn niggas died in history. You ain't shed one tear.
Thank you. That's what I was
robot.
like.
That's how I knew he was a robot. I was like, ain't no nigga, that's a robot.
Ain't no goddamn sense.
That's number one trash. Black Widow should have went on Disney Plus. so that's my number two. Not a terrible movie. It's just pacing was off. I liked the addition of her sister, and I hated what they did with Taskmaster. I liked that it was a woman. I was like, cool, we're doing something different. But you gonna take away her voice and just make her some Terminator like character that's personality just, with no personality? Like, no, come on, man. Like, give her some voice, give her some type of something. Because Taskmaster talks shit in the comics.
Yeah, so. He's kind of like a Spider-Man with the shit talking.
Yeah, so it's like what they did with Deadpool and Fox, to be honest.
Damn,
it's under the same vein of what they do with Taskmaster. So that's my number two worst. Number three. What do I have left? Spider-Man, Thor, and Doctor Strange.
Yep.
It's six in total.
Oh shit! Ooh. So I did okay. 6.
You did Black Widow, Eternals. Oh, Shang-Chi. Where you put that?
Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Thor. So yeah, it's 3. Okay. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange. Ooh. I am not a fan of Sam Raimi. I don't like the campy B movie style, that aesthetic that he uses. I would have been happy with James Wan doing Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness, but that's just my own personal opinion.
What's
overall,
the
not. Huh?
What's the name of the girl with the stars?
America.
Chavez.
I was watching it the other day and I was like, yo, if she just like stepped her game up with her power, she didn't even have to involve Doctor Strange in this movie. He didn't even have to be involved. At the end, he was like, you can do it. Just do it. You know? Then she's like, I can do it. It's like, you got this guy killed how many times for you to just realize this now?
They just want to throw in a little daughter type.
Doing it everywhere now.
Everyone's having like a little girl. They're following around.
Disney is just going crazy for that right now.
Even in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like everybody gets little girls.
And her character had no personality. Like her character is supposed to be from the Bronx, have some type of personality. She's a lesbian. I ain't getting none of that from her. I just knew that she was trying to run and that she was Hispanic and she was crossing borders. That's all I knew. She was hopping borders illegally. I see what you did, Marvel.
She should have had an accent. She should have had an accent like a cardiac.
They could have got Cardi B's sister or somebody with some type of swag.
Hennessy.
Yeah. You really want to talk to me like that? You know, like
Hennessy Chavez would have been dope.
She should have been eating chopped cheese. I know she eats pizza.
Exactly.
But they completely changed her. She's from a whole nother universe. Not even been like she's from some other place with the flowers and the trees.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
My girl's from the Bronx, man.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So yeah, so that's my
okay.
So what's next?
Thor and Spider-Man.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Thor. Even though it's not the best movie, I enjoyed elements of that movie, and I'll talk about that later in my review.
Yeah.
And number one, we'll have to go to Spider-Man, just on the fact that they're able to get all these people together. Because let's face it, the story wasn't that good. I'm a teenager. I'm trying to go into school. Doctor Strange drops everything he's doing. I'm gonna help this young white man.
Right.
I gotta help him at all
with a spell, even though he could have just wrote him a letter of recommendation as a goddamn renowned surgeon.
That is a fact.
So yeah, it was a flimsy ass story, but it's an enjoyable movie because
it was fun riding in the theaters. Yeah, I love it.
It's a nostalgia trip. That's all it is. It ain't that deep.
They could have honestly done without the villains in there. If they could have brought back Green Goblin, but the rest of them were kind of useless. Green Goblin and what's his name, Doc Ock. That's all they really need.
Oh yeah, I forgot Shang-Chi. You know what? I'm gonna give Shang-Chi number one because he's a new character that's introduced into the MCU. They were able to change his powers and make me interested in the character I did not care about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I did not care about that Shang-Chi character.
I didn't give a like, you just a man that does kung fu with it.
It's like what kind of bootleg?
Yeah, I know nothing about him until the movie. So
yeah, that's the list. How do you guys feel about that? Commenting wherever you're watching this right now. Where are we posting this live right now?
We are in. We got a couple comments actually.
Ooh.
Hey folks, doing White Vision stuff. That's true. What is White Vision doing, man? Is White Vision a white supremacist?
He probably is.
They're colonizing.
What's White Vision up to?
He's at a Trump rally somewhere.
He's colonizing something.
You see your baby mama out here struggling. You ain't doing nothing. White Vision's a deadbeat father.
He's in P Valley.
He's in P Valley.
He's on the run somewhere.
My question with Marvel is, okay, Wakanda said we have this technology and it's been so many movies, nobody's used it. Like nobody's bought their tech. What the hell is going on?
What's going on with the Wakanda show anyway? That's what I want to know. Wasn't there supposed to be a mini series or something when it's supposed to come on Disney Plus?
It became the movie. That movie is going to be a Black Panther movie without Black Panther, showing you the world of Wakanda, Namor, and it's going to introduce Riri Williams, and I do not care because I want to see Black Panther slap Namor, but we ain't going to get that moment. We're going to get, I don't know, Wakanda sticking up together and saying Wakanda forever, and a 2-hour Chadwick Boseman tribute movie.
No. Well, I don't like. Okay, well, I know it's not the topic of the day, but I feel like they should definitely recast him.
Yes.
I think even the family wants the character to be recast,
and
it just doesn't make any sense to just skip over all of the story that could be told from T'Challa and all of that, just because unfortunately the actor died. I'm like, yeah, I'm not here for them going forward without recasting the character.
Like I said in one of my videos, every character had a 3-story arc before they passed the mantle on to somebody else. Iron Man did the same thing. Captain America. Let us have 2 other stories of T'Challa, even if it's a variant, just to expand on that character. Then pass that mantle down to Shuri or somebody else in the Black Panther family. Yes, I understand there's multiple Black Panthers, and it's not just T'Challa that held that mantle, but T'Challa is the most important person to hold that mantle. We didn't even get to see his necromancer powers, where he could talk to the dead. So,
yeah, well, we'll see what happens with that, but Thor.
All right, folks, do you want to jump into this review? Do you want to do spoilers? I feel like we should do spoilers.
I think we should. I don't know. I find it hard to talk about it if we aren't including spoilers.
Yeah, we do spoilers, man. If y'all ain't seen it, that's your ass. You ain't about that life. I made time. I'm sick. I can barely talk. Look at me. And I got 2 kids yelling at me, and I still made it. You ain't about that life. I ain't trying to hear it.
Right.
You ain't about that life.
Let's get it.
All right, Casey, you hold the floor. You do your thing.
All right. So, this movie came out Thursday. It had a $250 million budget. Jeez, just give me like 100,000. Let me hold that. But when Tiki came back, this is the second movie he directed. Thor Ragnarok came out, and that raised the bar, in my opinion, from Guardians, what Guardians left off. And this one came out, and the chemistry was great. Actors did their job. The 3D looked great. It was a fun movie, but you can only play the same song so many times before it's like, didn't I hear this song already? You know what I mean? And I was in this movie like, oh man, I want to like this more, but we're in spoilers right now. So I'll say like Gore, his story in the comics, I don't know it very well, but like what he was saying at the beginning of this was something very powerful that I wanted to see more of. But the writing just went straight to Thor and his issues, what we've already known for a long time. And it's cool. We see him working it out. But Gore's whole religion, killing gods, I wanted to see him going around hitting these gods up and seeing the philosophies to why he feels his decision is right. Not seeing it on a little screen like he's hitting up these guys. It's like, no, I want to see those battles. You know what I mean? But they didn't give us that. I appreciate that they got straight into the action right away. When they went to New Asgard and they got straight into the action, they showed them fighting the Venom looking guys, but it wasn't officially Venom guys. You know what I mean?
Shadow monsters.
I was like, cool. They got into the fight right away. Gore's going to come back stronger, or they're going to go to him and he's going to be OP. And he's slowly looking like he's going to get into his comic book look. But they didn't do that. They kept him human. I was like, why did they do that? But I realized at the end, what Tiki's daughter is the girl in this. So they want to keep him looking human, to be able to bring her character into this.
That's Thor's daughter.
That's Thor's daughter? Oh, I read it was with Tiki's daughter.
No, it's Thor's daughter. I'll
wait, the little girl, the little girl's Thor's daughter?
Yeah, real life. Yeah, this is real daughter.
Oh, wow. I thought it was with Tiki's daughter. But the movie was cool. It was just cool. And I was sitting there watching and I wanted to enjoy it more, but it just felt like I've seen this stuff before. And it had no, like, I didn't know who, like, it didn't feel like anybody was really gonna die. And when people did get hit, they right away they're like, "I'm good." And it's like, let us like feel that for a little bit, you know what I mean? But they just bounced right back. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'll jump in here. So yeah, that's Thor's daughter. That's India Hemsworth.
Oh, okay.
One of his youngest kids. So that's his daughter in the movie. The scene where you see like a young Thor running as a kid, that's his son.
Yeah.
Where he's making out with the wolf woman, that's his wife that he threw in the movie. And then during the play where there's somebody playing Thor, that's Luke Hemsworth, his older brother.
With Matt
so
Damon.
My guy put the whole family in. He said everybody getting the check.
As he should.
Everybody got a check except Liam Hemsworth. He's the only. I don't know what beef they got where he didn't go in the movie. But if you were Hemsworth, you ended up in this movie some type of way.
As you should.
That's a real nepotism right there.
Hey,
okay, so Watiki's daughter portrayed an Asgardian kid in Thor.
That's okay.
Ooh, okay. See, look, everybody get a little check.
So, family in there. I ain't mad at it.
I appreciate that, but did Watiki write this? Because that's where I feel like the movie like hurt, was the writing.
My thing is, I felt like the movie didn't have a strong script, and Watiki's like, all right, I'm so good at jokes, I'm gonna elevate this movie with my jokes to make up with this. Kind of like Spider-Man made up with a bad script with nostalgia and cameos. This movie was trying to make up for a bad script with humor, but not all the humor hit. And the fight choreography to me wasn't that good. Like, I look at Thor in Infinity War, where he kind of still has the goofiness, but he still has character development. And then that scene where he shows up in Wakanda, he's a badass. He's just like, oh shit. I didn't get that. I didn't have any moments like that with Thor in this movie. When he did the splits, I was like, it felt like when you're having inside jokes with your friends and you're laughing amongst each other on set. I felt like that's what the comedy was. It was like Watiki laughing at himself and like, I'm gonna put goats yelling because I think that shit funny. And he put that shit in there. Like, that's how I feel like the jokes were like, just, I don't know, came off as campy, and it didn't really hit for me. It just felt like him just tooting his own horn and laughing at his own jokes.
Well, for me, I agreed it was a little campy, but that's not a negative for me. I'm here for a good camp.
I did like the goats. The goats.
Yeah, I like the goats. The goats were hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about. But I will say there were some scenes in particular that they did do a little bit too much for the sake of the joke. Like, there was the one scene in particular that I really didn't like when Valkyrie, she was talking to Jane, talking about, yeah, come on, let's go, we'll be warriors together. She talked about, oh yeah, I got my sword, I got this. She was like, I got this, and she was like, it's a hand grenade. No, it's a speaker. And they started playing some Mary J song, and I'm like, this isn't funny. It was just doing too much. And the fact that in that scene in particular, which I feel like it should be cut, because when she pulls out the little speaker and plays the song, she mentions that she wants to fight because she's an Asgardian and she wants to die on the battlefield. But then when she gets hurt, and Thor was like, all right, I'm about to go back to fight. She was like, oh, well, I can't go because if I go, I'll die.
Yeah.
Girl. You just said that's how you want to go out. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like, here's your chance.
Right. Let's talk
so,
action.
I got a question for everybody. So what happened to the subplot where Valkyrie was supposed, because she's, it's King Valkyrie. She was supposed to find her queen. What happened to that subplot? They just dropped that?
What happened to the whole chemistry they were having in Thor Ragnarok, and then Jane come back out of nowhere, and then like it's completely gone? Because I swear to God, they was giving each other the eye in Thor Ragnarok, and Jane has literally no chemistry with Thor. I said it before, I'll say it again. I see no chemistry between Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman. Off break. He had more chemistry with Valkyrie in
Thank you, Freddie. Thank you.
Hi, Freddie. Thanks for watching. He had way more chemistry with the actress from Men in Black and all of that, Valkyrie. But I don't know what happened with the subplot. They did kind of hint at her being gay or bisexual throughout the movie. But I guess they were like, look, for the sake of the runtime. And I do agree about Gore. I feel like he could have had so much more. Like, maybe he could have had a couple movies, and the fact that they killed him off in this movie, I feel like they kind of wasted the potential of that villain.
Yeah.
He was a god butcher that didn't butcher gods. He was busy tickling children. Like, what the? I thought it was Pennywise at one point. I was like, are you Pennywise? Are you Kratos from God of War? I'm like, what's going on here?
I was like, you got an incredible actor, and this is what you're doing with him? You got him in a cave, like in a box with kids? Like, what's going on here? Let's see these fights.
Trouble.
We could have saw some dope fights.
Yeah, and I didn't believe he really, because the whole point of him, turning into this god killer is because, he felt slighted by his god and, and his daughter dying. And so he took these kids, and from jump, I didn't feel like they were in danger because he clearly has a soft spot for kids. It's his thing. But yeah, they could have done a little bit more with that. But as far as everything else, for me, it was on point. I thought majority of the movie was funny. I really enjoyed the scenes with Zeus where they go and, they see all the other gods and stuff like that. And I particularly appreciate the fact that when they brought in Zeus, he didn't have no whack-ass British accent.
Yeah, he tried that Italian accent.
Yeah,
he tried it.
Like an authentic Italian accent. That's why my whole thing with Thor is, why does he have like this little British Australian accent when he's supposed to be like a Norse god? But yeah, they kind of corrected that in a way with Zeus, and I appreciated that. And they also added in the fact that he was like always messing around with everybody, talking about, oh, there's an orgy here. He got all the bitches around him. Because that's definitely Zeus. He stayed with a chick or a man.
Yeah, so who's the dude from with the gold eyes? What's his name again?
Which guy?
The one who holds the key to the door to get people through.
Heimdall.
Yeah,
Heimdall and his son, right?
Yeah.
So Heimdall's a damn doorman in heaven too. What the hell is going on here? And his son is born into doing this shit too.
The butler.
I was like, this is all bullshit.
He's a mystical
I was
butler.
happy to see him at the end. He just grew out his dreadlocks and everything.
Yeah, Zeus had a Greek accent, like Freddie just said.
Yeah. Fair enough. He tried it though. But yeah, this man is still a doorman. Like, jeez, let the man inside.
His life, his afterlife, my
his son,
white people. Is what he's born to do. He said, "Look, I only did one thing."
Welcome to Asgard.
Elevator man. Holy.
And Jane, how did Jane get in the? Well, I guess the hammer, and I thought it was specifically for Asgardians, but maybe. She's Asgardian by
how's she finesse that hammer? So if Thor was just like, yo, I want my nigga to kill to hold that hammer for a weekend, I get Mjolnir for a weekend?
It might pop up one day.
It made sense for me in universe because we saw in like Thor 1 that his father had the ability to, give out the power or take away the power.
Yeah.
So for me, it made sense for him to be able to do that. I don't know why he didn't do that in other movies if he had that ability. Like in game or something. Yeah. Maybe.
But my guy Steve Rogers had to work hard and be worthy to hold it. James just had a little whisper. Go ahead and let my girl tickle it for a second.
That's his thing.
Like,
that's
Steve
why
had to earn that shit, man.
Baby, I got you.
Now he earned it. With Vision had to earn it because he was worthy. So Jane ain't worthy. She just, she put that good. She put it on Thor so good. He's like, nigga, just let
she got the wop. The Rock's got her the privileges.
He was like, give her half. Give her half.
Right, anything.
Give her half.
Anything
she wants.
Whatever she's doing it right.
They ain't doing something, boy. Because the personality's trash. She got a trash personality.
Yeah.
So Jane doing something. For you to be a god and you not even looking at other godly women anymore, you looking at a regular human. Jane got that wop.
Facts.
That's what got her in Asgard. She have that mystical wop that got her in there.
I can see maybe in theory why he would be attracted to her because he has been with so many other different things, and she is like this doctor, really intelligent woman. But they don't really, you don't really get to see much of their relationship, which is why I think that affects the chemistry, at least for me.
Their relationship is in the bedroom. She's smart. He's like, damn, she's smart, and she got that wop.
That's all.
Go ahead and have this.
That's all he got.
I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it at this point. You go ahead and have it.
Yeah, but I also feel like the fact that death isn't really an issue in this universe. It's like, okay, if you die, we'll still see you, or if you die, we'll bring you back, or if you die, you really don't die because you're a face, and we'll carry.
So here's my question. Yeah. Loki died in battle. He's an Asgardian. Are there variants of Loki in Valhalla?
There might be a Loki popping up in Valhalla.
You know what I'm saying? There's multiple Lokis that have died in battle. We've seen that in the Loki show. We've seen the Loki that died in Infinity War.
That's the one that'll pop back up, the OG Loki.
So is Old Man Loki in Valhalla? Is the OG Loki that originally died? Is that one in Valhalla? Like, what's going on in Valhalla?
Now, does there multiverses of Valhalla also?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's too much work.
Valhalla.
Yeah. Did you guys see The Boys?
No, don't spoil it.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure first because you know how they have the V. You didn't see any of it?
I haven't seen. I'm on season 1 of The Boys.
Okay. I won't talk about it at all. But it's just like the way she just gave up her life to just have the powers. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Jane.
Yeah, Jane. Talking about Jane. Like that was pretty cheap. Like she should have been like, you know what? Maybe I should get better and not die from this. You got this, Thor. Let me just sit back for a bit.
Here's my thing, Casey. I feel like her character didn't have any character development. She was the same headstrong Jane Foster from start to even at the end. Thor's like, yo, keep your ass at home, get better. I'm gonna give you that thunderclap when I get back. But she's so headstrong, she don't listen. She's like, no, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm gonna die on my terms. And she just went out and died anyways. Yeah, Thor needed the help, but damn, like he told your ass to stay put.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a movie. I'm like, of course it's going to be there. It's a movie.
Yeah,
So I didn't mind that as much. What I did mind, when they were on the Shadow Planet and the Shadow Realm or whatever, when the bad guy got Stormbreaker, and they know for a fact Stormbreaker is needed to open up this portal to the wish god or whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thor just didn't try to get it back like instantly. It was just like they got flashed back to New Asgard. And then we get a whole scene of them in the hospital. I'm like, okay, but the bad guy has the one thing that he needs. Why are we, going through this whole thing at the hospital and doing all this and doing all that? It just seems like if this was a real fight, he would have instantly tried to go back and get it. But
here's my thing: Gore the God Butcher didn't really think his plan out properly. Like he could have went there and said, "Hey, I want all the gods to be powerless," but all he is like, "Nigga, I'm dying, but I want to see my daughter one last time." Like, come on, boss. Like that's not your.
He pulled out his
daughter you're missing. Like,
honestly, I thought that he was going to say something like, "Oh, everyone who died comes back," so then that just solves a whole bunch of issues for the whole. Like everybody comes back, Gamora, everybody. But I guess, if you had to choose between revenge or a loved one, he chose the loved one, and I think that's. I don't know, that rang true for me as far as, considering what his motivations were originally was, his daughter.
Yeah, and seeing Thor and Jane hold each other, he was like, okay, you know what? Even if I have this, I'll still be lonely. Even if he's alive and he kills all the gods, he'll still be lonely. So he was like, okay.
I felt like when he brought back his daughter, he was like, haha, nigga, your problem now.
No, that was Jane. Jane set him up. So, yeah, we'll take care of her. Die.
No child support for me.
The Eternal or Celestial or whatever the hell that was looked friggin' awesome though. That guy looked sick. The center of the universe. Yeah. That dude, girl, whatever it is, it looked amazing. Yeah, and it looked ill the way the daughter was walking up, and then you could see in the shadow in the water like the space looking figure walking up also with the star eye. Looked crazy. I was like, holy. This is amazing.
It reminded me of the Soul Stone area. Remember when the Soul Stone was and it had like that watery base and all of that?
Exactly. Yeah.
And also I wanted to highlight when they got to the Shadow Realm and how everything like turned to black and white. I thought that was really creative and beautiful. Yeah. And whenever they used like, Stormbreaker or Mjolnir, the color would like kind of come back in that specific area.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was really creative. I like that. I thought in the fight scene immediately after, it was maybe too much slow-mo in certain parts. I was like, okay, that's enough slow-mo. I want to see some like real fast paced type shit going on.
And better fight choreography.
Every other thing was freaking slow-mo. But
Eternity, yeah, that's the name. Yeah. Thanks, Freddie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was stunning.
Did some work.
But I still enjoyed it. I
had a fun time. I had a fun time, but I don't feel like it was like a memorable movie where I'm like, I gotta see that again in theaters, or like it was just good. It was a good movie. Didn't blow me away.
I put this movie on par with Aquaman. I thought it was dumb, fun, and it was visually nice to look at. Yeah, I said it.
Aquaman.
That shit was
y'all are tripping. Don't you dare bring up that old whack ass Aquaman. That was a horrible movie.
I love that stupid movie. That movie's stupid. And I know it's stupid. And I take it for what it is, just like a Fast and Furious movie.
The only thing that movie had going for it was Jason Momoa. Other than that, writing, trash. Everything on casting, trash. Everything.
This is the colorful good time.
That's what
at least this one was funny.
Yeah.
But no, Aquaman wasn't even funny. I was actually laughing.
Yeah, it was. When he sniffed under his arms and he was like, damn, I stink. Like that shit was funny to me, man. Aquaman was funny.
Nah.
I would hang out with Aquaman.
The whole thing with Stormbreaker and the jealousy and it's coming through the side. Like that was hilarious.
That was funny, but they did it too much.
They did it like 4 times, man.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's a relationship. They had him so he had to
like
see he was always making it jealous.
The biggest villain in this movie was Taika Waititi, man. He was in his dressing room with Tessa Thompson and Rita Ora having their orgies. and he was just making them corny ass jokes, and he's like, "Nigga, I'm about to kill it in this movie. I'm about to put goats screaming."
Yeah, he went full Taiko.
Thor's gonna do the splits. What the hell was going on with Star-Lord? Why he looked like he was on a crack binge? Star-Lord looked terrible.
Yeah, Star-Lord looked pretty
I was
bad.
like, my God, Star-Lord, like you need to find Gamora so you can shave and get your
get a fade.
Everybody's like, you gotta find family. I was like, this nigga on crack. Is Star-Lord on crack?
That part felt a little off.
It felt off. I felt bad for Star-Lord. I was like, Star-Lord's wilding, bro. Star-Lord looked wild.
Yeah, Star-Lord looked pretty rough.
Star-Lord looked awful.
But look at the costume design, though. The costume design was awesome. Hey, Jack. The costume
love
design
the
was
goats.
awesome. The character, how they created the alien characters, they looked great. Like they had like the little. It almost reminded me of like I guess the Labyrinth or something. Some of those characters with the fuzzy face dudes, and they had like the green, aliens. I'm sorry, the blue aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was really well done. Even the design of their like holy building, it was like all glass. It's just really creative looking, and I liked how that was done. Like I said, the comedy was great. Some of the aesthetic choices were really beautiful, even with that whole arena with the gods and stuff. Really, it looked great visually.
Yeah, I agree with you. They did a lot of cool things like infinity cones that would have the infinity stones thing like that, and it was an ice cream store in Asgard. Like they had some really cool creative stuff that they did. The costumes were amazing. All his costumes were dope. I was like, I could see them doing all the toy lines for this and selling out, you know what I mean? So yeah, Jane's costume looked amazing. The costumes look great.
I didn't like the CG they did with the mask. Like when Thor showed up with that golden mask, I was like, he looked like he had a CG golden shower on his face. It looked wild.
It was supposed to look wild because he saw her mask look so dope. He was just like, let me think of something quick. He tried to like outdo hers.
This new guy.
He was trying to outdo hers quick. Like, oh, what's this is mine. And it looked crappy.
Green Lantern CG Ryan Reynolds 2010. That's what I saw.
I liked it. And now I wonder if the reason why the whole Valkyrie thing was kind of, taken out, because I swear to God, they had a connection in Ragnarok. But now that she has this whole thing with Watiki, maybe he's like, look, you ain't about to do all of that with Chris in this movie. Nah. Bring back Jane.
I feel like, I'm telling you what Keedy or whatever the hell his name is, he's like, I ain't about to have my sister wife out here kissing up on no Hemsworth.
No sexy ass.
I can't get her back after that. He was high off that threesome, like Freddie said. He's like, I can't lose her to Chris doing these cinematic kisses. So you get no love interest in this movie.
Nothing.
You love me, damn it. You love this role.
And that's it.
He said, you gonna love this role, and that's it.
I swear Watiki's married.
He married. His wife
is a producer.
No, he's a producer.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, he is.
No.
That's what Wikipedia says.
Nah, bro. Bro. He married to the streets, bro.
He's married to a wife, and they are
like
both,
wife and kids.
There was Tessa. They're throuple together, like you got Tessa Wolverine, too. He Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Nah, bro, he got future energy. All right, he out here
good ass time.
No, but they all are in on it.
What?
Together.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Yeah, this movie's number one. Then at this
point, Watiki needs a real life movie, like a real world. You may think you know, but you have no idea. Yeah, we need a camera to follow him around.
The facts. Because how and why?
How's he pulling this off? He hit a lick, and he's making hit movies. He's doing Star Wars next.
People love him.
Ah, man, he
was in Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, was he? Okay, dope.
Man, they getting married. He got divorced 2018. He's been wilding for a couple of years now.
Okay. Sure?
When did Thor Ragnarok come out?
Yeah, when he made that hit, he went crazy.
Yeah, boy.
As soon as they
went crazy after Ragnarok.
The wife was down for it for a little while, then she got jealous. She's like, nah,
I remember seeing pictures where he was kissing. They were all kissing, like taking turns kissing. I remember that. It was a while ago.
Is living he got that Ragnarok money, and he said, "Who married?"
Ragnarok.
You married.
No, I think she tried it to keep her husband, and then she was like, "Nah, I can't do that."
Yeah, he went too crazy. He went too crazy. Instead of bringing, yeah, he went too crazy.
He out here swinging like Mjolnir, out here just swinging wild and loose.
Pushed it too far. He got on the line. He was balancing on the line, and then he just went too far over. And she was like, "Nah, nope, can't go for that.
Y'all not about to be doing this without me. It's supposed to be a struggle. Y'all hanging out too much."
Let me switch gears. So I've been hearing people talk that this movie's very divisive. You have people that love it, you have people that hate it, you have people that are saying Taika Waititi is a hack. You got people like me who feel like he don't need to do another Marvel. I feel like I'm good with him on Marvel movies. I'm good.
Really?
I'm good. Like with Thor Ragnarok, I understood what he was trying to do. Like they're like trying to do a cleanse of the character. He was too serious. They're trying to add some comedic elements to that. But I liked what the Russo brothers did more with Thor than what he did. Because what the Russo brothers did is they were able to take what Taika Waititi started, but they were able to add in elements of mental health and other character development. Because when you're a character that's godly, the only way you can get people to relate to you is if they're going through some type of like personal drama. Like for instance, like the Superman TV show that's on right now, he's struggling to pay bills and shit. So that's how like your average viewer is able to relate to a godly like character. This Thor in this movie, other than him having some responsibilities, he's still a dumbass. He's just dumbass Thor, but
he pancakes now.
He making pancakes now. He got a daughter that he reluctantly has to take care of now.
And he's lucky. He didn't even have her at the toddler stage or before that.
Yeah,
like
he
didn't have no late nights, no lots of hair from no sleep. You know what I mean? He just got to bypass all that to breakfast making pancakes.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, okay, yeah, I do realize that the Thor in, like, let's say Endgame had a more serious tone. Like, I believed him as a superhero, and I believe he was competent and stuff like that. Yeah. In these, the Waititi, I can never say his name right, but forgive me. But his movies, Thor does seem like a little dumber. But in the first Thor, he was a little dumb, and I feel like all the Thors prior, like that, aren't necessarily included, like in the Avengers. Like when it's just Thor, he was always a little stupid. And I'm like,
Loki was a smart one.
I don't mind. I do think that the Russo brothers, their version of him is better, but I'm not angry at this version.
Like I look back at like Age of Ultron, where he had that confrontation with Tony Stark, and like he choked his ass out and lifted him up. Like Thor had that death row energy about him back then, but this Thor, he's just like, oh yuck, like he's like goofy now. He's a goofball who's like I take Hulk more serious than Thor now.
You a liar. You a liar. I'm not a liar. Look, ain't no way in hell.
I take Hulk more serious.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I think that this movie was made because Waititi knows he's going to have another one coming, and that's where Hercules is coming, and he's going to be more like the Thor that we remember from the first movie. That's what Hercules is probably going to be like, and Thor's going to be like, "Hey man, chill out.
Chill out, bro." And then we friends.
Yeah, we don't. He's going to get hit. You know what I mean? It's going to be a big battle. So I think that's going to be probably a way better movie than this. This had feels of like foreshadowing and building up for the next movie also. So I want to see more.
It'll be better too because James not in
it. I'm not done. Third act for me, the third act saved this movie because I didn't really care for the first act. The second act is just all over the place, but that third act, the dramatic beats for me actually worked. I was actually caring about Jane Foster, who I usually don't give a shit about, but I was just like, oh shit, she's struggling. Like I felt for her.
Yeah, no, the second act was probably the weakest act for me personally. I had fun with the first act. I love the rock music from Guns N' Roses. That was great to hear. I wish we got the same
album though, just multiple songs.
Yeah, but that's still pretty dope to get the copyright on that. But I hope for the next movie we get some AC/DC with some Thunderstruck and stuff like that, So, but no, I did enjoy this movie. Like I was saying, I do want more Taika in MCU, but I want him more reeled in or collaborative with the Russos or other people to help develop the side characters and a lot of the little parts in the movies.
Here's my problem with Taika. Like he's capable of doing really good stuff. Like what we do in the shadows is amazing. The movie and the television show. Jojo Rabbit was able to balance dark themes and comedy. I thought he would have been doing the same here, but it just seemed like it was just over. Like the comedy didn't really hit in this movie like it did in Jojo Rabbit. Because when Jojo Rabbit was funny, it was funny, and when Jojo Rabbit was dark and needed to talk about a serious subject matter, it was able to do so in the conveying way. This movie was able to do that as well, but the comedy didn't work for me. But his latest projects, I'm gonna be honest, Lightyear, he was the worst part of that movie. He was annoying as fuck.
I didn't see it.
This is him. The whole movie. I got a pen. The last 10 minutes, he uses that pen. That's all he did the whole movie. I got a pen.
But the movie was bad. There's nothing you can do. Regardless,
he uses the pen.
The movie was bad.
It wasn't good.
Okay, it's a Disney Plus movie you watch at home.
Yeah. So I should have been straight to Disney Plus. That should have been a Disney.
They did Turning Red dirty. Turning Red should have went to theaters, and Lightyear should have went to Disney Plus. That's just
especially since they didn't get Tim Allen back. Like, come on now.
And then Free Guy, he was annoying as shit in that movie too.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Exactly. Don't see it.
It's bad.
It's not bad, but Taika Waititi is annoying as hell in that movie. Like it's a worse version of. Have you ever seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
I'm gonna put you on that. I'm gonna send you that. That's a classic.
Okay, I'll check it out.
That's produced by Adam Sandler. That's a classic. So, Free Guy kind of follows kind of in that same kind of vein about a video game company, and you're following a video game character who's gaining self-consciousness. And then Taika Waititi's character is like the annoying boss of the video game company, and he's just doing corny ass jokes.
Okay.
I said this about Kenobi, but that I think that this is a movie for the kids too. Do you guys think this is for the kids?
No, there's too much nudity and
No, and my son loved this movie. That scene where Thor empowers all those kids with the toys.
Yeah,
bro.
I was like, the butt cheeks and the orgies.
The butt cheeks is funny. The orgy went over his head, and then when they empowered all the kids with the toys, my son was lit. He's like, I want my toys to be lightning. Now,
I was watching that part, and I was like, this is for the kids. And I ain't mad at it, but it's for the kids. You gotta acknowledge. I thought
that was cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
I liked it. I don't know. I feel like maybe the older kids, maybe the tweens and up, not the babies.
My 6-year-old was loving it. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Now with the Thunderbolt powers, does he hold on to that now, or is that like
he ain't using it?
That was Valkyrie using all of them joints.
Because no, he was using it. He cut it and broke it in half, and he was blocking the sword for a little bit. When he fought Gore, the Zeus's Thunderbolt is that now one? And he gave the kids power. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is that what Hercules is coming for?
I guess so. Hercules is mad that he hurt his dad. He's like, "You put hands on my pops? Oh God! When I see you."
Because at the end he didn't have it. He had Stormbreaker and Mjolnir and stuff.
Right, so. And that's like probably more powerful than the hammer.
But here's my thing, Casey, and see the Superior. With Thor 3, they made this big emphasis about your powers from within. You don't need none of them weapons. You strong as hell. You can do all this lightning on your own. It's like he forgot to use any of those techniques because whenever he's without Stormbreaker, he's like, "Oh gosh, I'm about to zap somebody, bro. Like, what you doing?"
And that's Thor. That's something he should have told Jane, and she was like, "Yo, I'm gonna use this crack one more time. Don't do it. You're addicted." You know what I mean?
Jane, I don't know. Jane, okay, I can see it with Thor because he's an actual Asgardian, born of a king, right? But Jane is a nobody. The only reason she has this power is because Mjolnir is like, giving her this source. So I can see why maybe she couldn't be like without the hammer. But I agree. He probably should have used a little less.
Got that godly wop. That's why. That's what got her in the gates.
Who should know?
The loads are in her bloodstream. That's why the Asgardian loads in her bloodstream. That's how she got.
I'm telling you, she's Asgardian by penetration.
That's exactly. I was thinking, like, how can I clean this joke up as much as possible? That's probably what did it.
Thor's like, let me touch your heart more ways than one. And he did.
I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her. But Chris Hemsworth, he looks great in the movie.
I think her character would have been way more powerful if he did say the powers within you, and she used her mind to be able to help him beat Gore at the end. You know, like, and she's like, but but like what they did, I get it's serviceable for the movie and moving things forward with the Asgardian people to tell us where they are. So it was cool.
So is Heimdall able to communicate with his son from Valhalla, or no? Is he just?
I hope not. What's his son about 12? Someone's probably beating off to something. All kinds of randomness. He don't want to see that.
Stop.
Exactly.
I'm gonna assume no. No.
Yeah. Damn, man, he's still a doorman. Piss me off.
He looked good. I don't know, doorman or not. The dreads was giving. He looked great. I was glad to see him. But yeah, he had to greet Jane at the door. Somebody had to answer the door, and they said you.
Damn, man. Should have been the dude with who was doing it the first time from The Boys. What's his name? He could have did it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name.
He didn't do that shit now. Come on.
Heimdall just like watching. That's all he know, man. He's like,
right. Been doing this for 1,000 years, at least.
I guess he's enjoying it. Whatever. He's happy. I'm happy. Whatever.
My thing. Valkyrie went back with Jane. Valkyrie's hurt. Jane's hurt. She see Jane fly off. She's not even gonna be like, "Girl, stop." She probably like, "You better than me."
Right.
Because my ass is staying right here.
You
know, she saw her fly off too. She probably like, she wilding.
Right. She crazy.
That was kind of cheap that they killed Valkyrie and Valkyrie bounced right back up. Like, what the hell was that? I was like, that was kind of cheap.
Yeah, they kill her. Hurt her to take her out the third act. Really, they're like, "Girl, you need to go. Your screen time's up." Like, I don't know why. I like the chemistry between her and Jane. I thought they were gonna have like a girl's power moment or some shit, but they just ended all that. They're just like, "Nah, you hurt. You need to go chill with these kids. You lost a lung." They make it seem like Asgardians could just get hurt so easily now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even old girl lost her arm and everything.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see fight chemistry between Jane and Valkyrie, like, because they've been chilling so long, they could be throwing swords to each other and stabbing dude in the foot, and he's stuck there, and then the other one swipes off the arm. You know, like seeing them work together would have been dope. And Thor is just like, oh shit, you know, like. But we didn't see anything like that. We just saw them kind of struggle fighting. Slow mo hits. About it.
Why is it that Thor was able to, you know, get his eye back, but old girl can't regrow her arm? Aren't they all like
a robotic eye? He just got a blue one now. It was brown at one point.
But they're gods, though.
He ain't that godly.
Not really.
He bleeds red blood. He doesn't have that gold blood like.
That's true. That's true. And they did mention something about them not being gods. They were just, you know. Didn't his dad say something about that? Like, we're not gods.
Yeah, the Loki. Their technologies are so advanced or something like that. They were able to live for 5,000 years. I don't know much about the Thor comics, though.
Overall, I enjoyed the movie. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I
gave it a 7 out of 10.
I give it a thumbs up too. I give it a thumbs up. It's just damn.
What was the point of Lady Sif coming back just to be like, y'all miss me?
Just for jokes. Just for jokes.
I thought Thor was gonna have a love triangle between her and Jane or something. Like, you brought her back just for her to be like armless. Like, whose idea was it to cut off her? That's probably Taika. I'm telling you, these corny ass orgy jokes.
That was all just for jokes.
Like, we're gonna bring her back, but we're gonna take her arm. She armless.
I guess just to up the stakes, so it's a familiar face that we see that's at stake. I guess
they ain't up shit. He ain't butchered one god, and he was chilling and tickling children. He could have been Michael Jackson at that point.
That's what hurt me the most, was just seeing the screen of all the dead gods. I was like, you gonna see these fights? Like,
they could have showed us at least another god just minding his business, and he just
they definitely should have had
one, at least two more or one more. That would have sufficed. But I gotta use my imaginations and think that Peter Quill, out of all people, is out here stopping shit, looking like a crackhead.
There definitely could have been some scenes that were cut, and like they could have used at that time to add to the god killingness of the villain.
He ain't killing. He gored the kid tickler. Okay.
Now this movie did its job. It did its job for me. I was entertained, and it made me want to go and read the comic books to see what's going on in this. So to me, it did its job. It wasn't amazing. It was very serviceable. It did its job. So that's what I'll say about this.
All right, let's wrap this up. See,
Yeah.
you have any last words you have on this movie?
No, I just think that everything I said, I enjoyed it. I think that maybe Ragnarok maybe set everyone's expectations really high.
Yeah.
But I think if people just go in trying to watch the movie as is, not trying to compare it to anything else, I think it did a great job. I like the characters, even though they were different than how they were in, like, let's say Endgame, but I can appreciate them in the realm of the Thor movies. I liked it. I thought it was funny, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
Nice.
All right, my last thoughts. I warned y'all with Thor Ragnarok. I was like, I'm not sure about this direction that Thor's going in. Waititi started wilding out after that movie, divorcing his wife, having orgies. He feeling himself, and it shows in this movie. It shows in this movie that he was feeling himself so hard that they didn't even tweak the script. They're just like, yo, my comedy is just so golden. It's gonna overlap the mediocrity of this script, and that was not the case. And that's why I gave this movie a 7 out of 10.
All right, well, that's it. That's our thoughts on Thor, Love and Thunder. What were yours?
Let people know where they can reach us. You can reach us at thebackanelsquad@gmail.com. If you want to send us some hate mail or happy mail, that's good too. If you want to see us on Instagram, we are _Backanal. That's BACCHANAL. See the Superior. Let them know where they can find you.
All right. So I am See the Superior on all platforms. You can check me out on YouTube. I just dropped from a couple, like last week, I dropped a Hocus Pocus 2 video. I plan on dropping another video sometime in the next couple of days. We'll see. But yeah, you also follow me on TikTok, IG, all of which are See the Superior. And my boy Bad Guy Jack with Unpopular Review. We'll be playing Fall Guys tonight. So join us on Unpopular Review Gaming if you want to see some crazy streams of
Casey, you jumping in?
I'm down. Hell yeah. It's gonna be a fucking great time. I saw you guys cooking on that the cooking game last time, and I was like, these were the cooks who cooked for me in Cuba, because my belly was doing the salsa and merengue after I was on that flight home. They messed me up, man. They got me. I made it 7 days. The 7th day they got me.
Oh God! Yeah, food poisoning.
I saw you guys burning up food and all this stuff.
Yeah, dropping it on the ground.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be on tonight. I'm gonna be on.
All right, bet. We'll see y'all later.
Oh, thank you, Freddie.
Freddie, what's up?
Thanks, Freddie.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And yeah, so I guess me and Casey will both be on tonight at 8. Let's do it. Fire up your Switch, sir. I have never played Fall Guys, so this is going to be interesting.
All right, exciting stuff, man. You'll love it.
You about to get frustrated. Everybody hold on to Akil while he's trying to run.
I don't even know
if you can get through Overcooked, you can get through Fall. I feel like Overcooked is way more frustrating than Fall Guys in my opinion.
I guess I need to do like a test run before.
Yes, do a couple of tests.
Because I have no clue what I'm getting myself into.
All right.
Nice.
All right, everybody. This is the Backing Up Podcast.
Bye.
Peace.